Okay, so here we are. Let's begin in a comfortable seated posture. If you have your bolster, you can sit on the bolster, cross your shins. Thank you, Kerith. And of course, the first posture is really just a way to come to the present moment in time and space. Usually we have busy activities before, so it's a way of letting go both physically and mentally of what has happened earlier and coming into the present moment through the actions in your body as well as by connecting with your breath. So place your hands next to your hips on your props and lift your sternum up. Take your shoulders back and drop your shoulder blades down your back. Bring your elbows towards each other to widen the rib cage in front. Flex your feet slightly. Bringing your knees in towards each other. And so it's a little more compact. And relax your sit bones, relax the roots of your thighs, where they insert into the hip socket. Relax that area and release your knees down. Just coming into the environment of your physical body through your actions, through your awareness. Getting a sense of how the weight is dropping down through your sit bones. Adjust so the weight drops evenly between front and back of the sit bones and between left and right. You can do this by adjusting the placement of your torso and also using your awareness. And hold your body with your actions. Balance between left and right, ankle, knee, hip, shoulders, elbows, and wrists. And as you focus the mind on your actions in the physical body, slowly letting go of thoughts that are not in the present moment in time and space, beginning to focus the mind on the practice. Keep everything as it is, the spine lengthening, the lower part descending, and bring your hands to your thighs, palms facing up. You can press down gently on the back of your wrist to help you lift the sternum up again. And keeping the spine lengthened, relax everything else. Suggest for your throat, the skin on your face and your eyes to soften. It's calming the nervous system. And then just observe your breath as you breathe naturally. Observe the quality of your breath. Is it relaxed and soft or not? And also the quantity of your breath. As you breathe naturally, try not to adjust it, just observe. And then consciously regulating the breath, take a deeper inhalation, expand and lift your chest, keep your chest elevated. On the exhale, move your upper abdomen away from the rib cage. Do that a few times on the inhalation. Expand and lift the chest, keep it elevated. On your exhalation, take the upper abdomen away from the rib cage. And relax, release your breath. Interlock your fingers in front, actually take your shoulders back, drop your shoulder blades down, your back, and then straighten your arms. And take your hands above your head. Same concept, lower part descends in the foundation, and the spine extends up. And here, of course, you have the action of your arms to help to extend the spine even more. Bring your hands in front, look to see which index finger is lower, and then switch. Bring the other index finger lower. Once again, shoulders back and down, straighten your arms, hands above your head. And as you do all these actions, of course, you're also paying attention to the sensations in your body. Where is the tightness? Where is the opening? Where do you feel light? Where do you feel heavy? All of that. So it's not merely the action, it's more importantly, the awareness around the action and what happens when you apply an action. Okay, and release, please. And make your way to standing. Come up gently. And please stand at the top of your mat in mountain pose, Tadasana. And come into Tadasana by applying the actions that you know in mountain pose on your own. And once you apply the main actions in the posture, hold your body with your actions and begin to balance between left and right, ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, elbows, and wrists, the action and the position of the joints. I like to do one breath for each pair of joints, at least. And relax your actions, release. And once again, use one breath for each pair of joints, but this time focusing on relaxing. So inhale to the ankles, suggest for them to relax on the exhalation. Continue the knees, hips, shoulders, elbows, and wrists. And as you heard me say before many times, the practice is both action to access the tightness and then holding the body with the tightness, with the actions. The second aspect of the practice is letting go of the tightness. That's when it's complete. Of course, each of us, based on our personality type, we all have a tendency to either be very good in applying action, or we overdo it, or very good in relaxing and not doing much. We underdo things. So, of course, it's a practice of finding balance, always. Okay, let's just warm up in a few sun salutations. So move your props if you have them on your mat. Laurie, you may, I think your post is on your mat. Is it?
It's my dog. I gotta move him.
Oh, it's your dog.
He doesn't want to move.
Well, if you can do it, it's up to you. If you want to do it in front, you can. It's up to you.
I know, it's.
That's so funny.
Stay right next to me. Kareth knows him, you know.
Okay, there he goes. That's funny. Okay. Okay, and then of course when you move, like in sun salutations, there's not really enough time to fine-tune each posture. So it's really about getting in and out of the posture and doing it in the most relaxed way that is possible. That's how you do sun salutations, okay? Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, relax your hips and fold to wherever's comfortably accessible. Keep your hands where they are. Inhale, look at the wall in front, soft action. Exhale, right leg back, right knee down, hands on the floor. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, move to plank position. Inhale and plank. Exhale, knees down, chest down, hips lifted. Inhale, drop your pelvis and navel, lift your head and chest. Exhale, lift your hips back and up to downward dog. Inhale, step your right foot in between your hands, left knee down, hands above your head. Exhale, hands to the floor and sink your hips. Look at the wall in front when in this, yeah. Inhale, step the left leg forward and look at the wall in front. Exhale, fold. Laurie, you're still, yeah. Inhale, hands above your head, come up. Exhale, release your hands. Samasthiti. And of course, as you may know, the sun salutations are just a warm up, and it takes the body in most of the different directions that and the main ways of opening the body. So it's just a warm up to gently open the body as a prep for the postures. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, relax and fold. In a forward bend, inhale, extend the spine to open the back of the legs and the hips. Exhale, take the right leg back, right knee down, hands on the floor. In a lunge to open the front of the pelvis, to open the hip joint here. Inhale, hands above your head. Going into a back bend slightly here. Exhale, go into plank position to activate the core. Exhale, knees down, chest down, hips lifted. This brings the natural curvature in the spine. Inhale, drop your pelvis and navel, lift your head and chest in a back bend. Exhale, lift your hips back and up. And inversion as well as a slight forward bend. Inhale, step your right leg forward, left knee down, hands above your head. Hip opening back bend. Exhale, hands to the floor, look at the wall in front. Inhale, step your left leg forward, look at the wall in front. Exhale and fold into a forward bend. Inhale, come up, hands above your head. Exhale, release your hands in Samasthiti. One more. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, relax and fold. Inhale, look at the wall in front, extend your spine. Exhale, right leg back, right knee down, hands on the floor. Relax and open the front of the right thigh, pelvis. Inhale, hands above your head. Lengthen with the right arm a little bit more. So open that side of the spine. Exhale, go to plank position. Shoulders in line with your wrists and take your heels slightly back. Activate your thighs and core. Exhale, knees down, chest down. Lift your buttock bones up high to bring the arch of the spine. Inhale, drop your pelvis, lift your head and chest. Cobra, exhale, lift your hips back and up to downward dog. Stay there. Let's use this as an opportunity to just warm up the back of the legs a little more as we hold longer. And this is also arm balance, of course. Downward dog is also a prep for the arms and shoulders. And inhale, step your right leg forward, left knee down, hands above your head. Energize with the left hand, open the front of the left thigh. Exhale, hands on the floor. Look at the wall in front. Continue to open the front of the left thigh. Inhale, step your left leg forward. Look at the wall in front. Exhale, relax your hips and fold. And stay there, please. Just relaxing there. Especially relax the back of your hips and legs. Allow the spine to lengthen, most importantly. And of course, when the back of the hips and the legs open, the torso will naturally come closer to the legs. Let it be an organic, natural process. Just relax there. You can even hold your elbows below your head. Continue to observe your breath. And then release your hands to the floor. Look at the wall in front. Exhale, hands on your hips. Inhale, bend your knees and come up, please. Exhale. You can interlock your fingers and take your hands above your head because you stayed there in the forward bend. Let's release the spine. You can look just straight forward, Debbie. Don't look up. Yeah. And lengthen the spine. Good. And release, please. Okay. Let's do a few standing postures. Place your bricks at the back edge of your mat, please. And just a reminder again with the postures, When you get into the posture, make sure you relax into it, especially the hip joint. Yeah. Once you're in the posture, then you apply the actions pertaining to that posture and do it in a very relaxed way, not a forceful way. And once you apply the actions, you hold the body with your actions and then suggest for any areas that you've accessed the tightness in, suggest for those areas to relax as you hold the body with your actions. And to come out of it, again, you have to stabilize. For example, in triangle, which we're going to do now, to stabilize the back leg and come up. Okay? So just keep that in mind as you do all the postures. Okay. So step your legs apart, please, hands apart. Point your right foot out. Wrap your left arm behind you and hold the outer right thigh if that reaches, or the right hip. Release the right hand, just release the right hand to the right leg, wherever it reaches, yeah. Now, before you go in, I want you to just sway the hips, relax the hips and sway them from left to right a couple of times. Relax them. As it goes back towards the left leg, do an outer rotation of the right thigh. Pull the right outer hip back. Yeah, do that a few times. Use your left hand to help you with that. Relax the hip joint. And the next time you take the hip back, stay there. Stay there, yes. And use your left hand and pull the outer right hip back. Outer rotation of the right thigh, yes. Outer rotation of the right thigh. It's okay if the left hip moves slightly forward, not completely, Debbie. Yeah, slightly forward because you're still facing this direction. Now bend the right knee slightly and using your right hand, do an outer rotation of the right thigh. Take the right knee out to the right slightly. Yeah. Now, as you straighten the right leg, use your left hand to do an outer rotation of the right thigh. Straighten the right leg and take the right sit bone towards the left sit bone. Straighten the hips will tilt as you do that. The hips will tilt as you do that. As the hips tilt, tilt your torso as well. Yes. So straighten the right leg as much as you can. Yeah. Outer rotation of the right thigh. Yes. Now take your right hand forward, just in front. Debbie, look towards this screen. Don't look so much down because you're more facing. You need to face the camera more. Now, as you lengthen with the right hand, use your left hand to take that right sit bone back. Take the right hip back. Yeah, lengthen with the right hand, and then lean forward wherever is comfortable. Don't try to go to any preconceived idea. Don't to the brick or anything. Don't try to go there. Just lean forward on the exhale as much as is available. Go down, and then release the hand to wherever it reaches. Doesn't matter where it goes. Yeah. See, yeah. Laurie, I think you have the goal of placing the hand to the brick and you bend the knee and you do that. Don't do that. Come back up. Come back up. Keep the right knee straight. Go into it and just put your hand on your leg wherever it reaches without bending the right knee. Yes, like that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and now lift your head and chest back. Activate the left leg. Lengthen the right sternum away from the right hip. You can use your left hand to help you. Take the right hip away, right hand to help you. Move the right sternum forward. And to come out, strengthen the back leg and come up from there. Yes. Okay, let's go to the other side. And point your left foot out, wrap the right arm behind you. And relax the hip joint first. It's very important that the hips relax, sway them back and to the left and right, a couple of times only, and then take the hips back, stay there. Stay there. And when you're there, use your right hand to do an outer rotation of the left sit bone, left hip or thigh, and move the left sit bone back. And the right hip will move slightly forward, maybe a few inches, as the left sit bone moves back. So there's a slight rotation of the pelvis. Okay. And now, as you do that, the left leg needs to straighten. So straighten the left leg. Straighten it completely. Yeah. Now bend the left knee. Use your left hand. Do an outer rotation of the left thigh. And use the right hand. Pull the right sit bone back towards the left sit bone. Straighten the left leg. Pull the right sit bone and the right hip. Sorry, the left sit bone back towards the right sit bone. Straighten the left leg. Laurie, straighten it. And pull the left sit bone back. It should go towards the right. Yes, like that. As you do that, you'll begin to tilt. The hips will tilt and the torso will tilt. Now take your left hand forward. Debbie, don't look down, please. Your torso is facing down too much. It has to face the camera more. Yeah. Now reach with the left hand. Take the left sit bone back and release the left hand wherever it reaches. Yeah. Now with the left leg straight, straighten the right leg. Take your head and chest back. And right shoulder back. Lengthen the left sternum away from the left hip. Now, wherever you feel it, suggest for it to relax. Likely in the hamstring, the right side of the lower back, left hip. And inhale, strong back leg to come up. Exhale, bring your legs together. Release your hands. Okay. Okay, please step your legs apart, hands apart. Exhale and point the right foot out. Palms facing down. Yeah. And energize the left side of your body. Reach for the wall on the left and activate the left leg. Exhale, relax the right knee, bend it, bring your right hand down and left hand up. So, Debbie, put the hand on the brick, please. Yeah, for this posture, always use the brick and widen your stance a little bit. The stance is too short. Keep going, a little more. Yes, that's enough. That's enough. Yeah. Now bend the right knee. Yes. Feel that in the hips? Yeah. You can take the hand over the ear. Yeah, you can do that. That's fine. Good. Inhale, come up, please. Exhale, change the direction of your feet. Inhale, charge the right side of your body. Exhale, bend your left knee, take the left hand down and right hand up. Laurie, take your left foot slightly back. Slightly shorter stance. Yeah. Yes. Debbie, work the right leg more. Straighten your right arm. And inhale, come up, please. Exhale, bring your legs together. Release your hands. Okay, keep your hands on your hips. Take your legs apart, please. Step your legs apart. And revolve to your right, point the right foot out, take the right shoulder back, and left hip forward. You may have to adjust your feet to get that. Square your hips and activate the back leg. Relax the right knee, bend the right knee, and go into warrior one, legs only. Yeah. So you may have to adjust your feet so the knee, once you bend the knee, that the knee is directly above the heel on the right side. If your stance is too short, it'll move ahead too much. If your stance is too long, it'll be back, behind. Okay. And take your hands above your head. Again, hold the posture from the back leg. So strong back leg, relax the right knee and right hip. Lift the chest up, take your chest and shoulders and abdomen away from the front leg. Warrior one. And energize the left hand, the left leg, relax the right shoulder, blade, and the right knee and hip. Inhale, come up please, hands on your hips. Exhale, turn to the other side. Revolve to the other side. And as you go into it, of course, relax the hips, relax the knees to square the hips and torso, and then begin to apply the actions. Straighten both legs. Take the left shoulder back, right hip forward. Exhale, bend the left knee and bring your left hip in line with the left knee. Yeah, so relax the knee and the hip to go down. And now take your hands above your head. Energize the right leg, take the left shoulder back, right shoulder forward. Relax the left knee and left hip. And move your chest and abdomen away from the front leg. And inhale, come up please. Exhale, hands on your hips. Bring the legs together, release your hands. Saraswati. Okay, and step your legs apart, hands apart. Point your right foot out. So Debbie, turn the palms down when you go into the posture. Yeah. Energize the left side. We're going to warrior two. So energize the left side, bend the right knee, go into warrior two. So you see the posture is not so much about going to your right, to the front. It's more about going to the left. Yeah, so lift the left hand up slightly, Debbie. Yeah, the action is more towards the left. As you relax the right knee and right hip, the hips will come down. Yeah, but you hold from the left side. So relax the right knee, right hip, take the left shoulder back. And inhale, come up please. Exhale, change the direction of your feet. Inhale, charge the right side. That's why I give you that instructions, just so that you connect with that action on the right side. And then relax the left knee and left hip and bring the root of the left thigh in the same plane as the top of the left knee. So Debbie, take a slightly wider stance, please. About 3 inches, yeah. Hold from the right side, relax the left knee and relax the weight into the left heel. Drop the weight into the left heel as you bend the left knee. Inhale and come up, please. Exhale, bring your legs together. Release your hands in Samasthiti. Okay, let's see. Let's go into half moon. Okay, inhale, step your legs apart, please. Hands apart. Exhale, point the right foot out. And this time, we're not going to use the hands to help get into triangles, but it's the same actions. You have to do it just with the legs. So as you lengthen the right hand forward, move the right hip back, outer rotation of the right thighs, sway the hips and the spine. Again, don't go in with the knee bent. Try to, yeah, yes. The hamstring will open more if you go in like this. Yeah. It's a little more challenging, but it's more beneficial in the long run. And then wrap the left arm behind you and step up to half moon. So bend, take the brick about a foot in front, bend your right knee, step the left leg in, and then lift the left leg up. So the brick should be slightly to the right, Kerith. You'll find more balance right of your foot. Yeah. Flex the left foot, lift it up, straighten the right hand, straighten the right leg. Of course, first is just finding stability here in the legs and also bringing the weight to the right heel. So you have to, yes, move the left heel back so it drags your entire body back till the weight comes to the right heel. Yes, and when that happens, you'll feel it in your hamstring and the hip. And inhale, come up, please. Exhale, relax. And make your way to the other side. Point your left foot out, take your hands in line with your shoulders, and go into triangle first. Relax into triangle. And wrap the right arm behind you, go into half moon, step up to half moon. Again, let's just work on the legs. So lift the right leg up, flex it, lift it up. So it's in line with the hip. Debbie, take the brick higher. Brick is too low. Yeah. And the brick should be slightly to the left of your foot. Yeah. Yeah, and then how can you bring the weight onto the left heel more? Yes, eventually in this posture, right hand becomes left hand becomes light. It's all in the legs. And slowly come out, please. Half moon is actually very good for the low back. When I do this posture, I get a chiropractic adjustment. You know, the couple of vertebrae. That's what happens. Yeah. How's triangle, Kerith, for you today? It's good? Okay, good. Good. Okay. Okay, just go into downward dog, please. If you have a bolster, you can place the bolster under your head or the brick. So once you get up into the posture and you're fully in the posture, you can relax the head on the bolster or the brick. So if you're using a bolster, it has to be vertical in between your hands. Yeah. Or the brick, yeah. So first get up into the posture. Lengthen the legs, the spine, do all that. Then relax the head and release it on the brick or bolster. Debbie, you may need a brick on the bolster. Yeah. Then it's not really about, getting your head on the brick. It's more about lengthening, lifting up from the floor and lengthening away from the floor. The brick is there just to help the brain to relax and soften. Observe and balance your actions. Observe and balance your breath. In every posture accesses a different part of the body which is likely to be tight. Hold your body with your actions and suggest for the area to relax with your breath. And as you stay longer, notice that you feel the force of gravity asserting its influence on the posture. So you have to, from time to time, redo the actions to work against that. Notice the influence of time over your experience. How time changes the experience. Okay, and step forward or come out of downward dog. Come to standing, please. And turn and face the cameras. Step your legs apart, hands apart. Arms facing down. Relax your shoulders, relax your hips, and pigeon toe your feet in. Inhale, turn your palms up, look up, lift your head and chest. Exhale, relax your hips as you get into the posture. Bring your torso parallel to the floor. Release your hands to wherever they reach comfortably. And now, from a relaxed state, apply soft action to look at the wall in front. Extend your spine, bring it to a more concave shape, and lift your sit bones up. Straight arms, straight spine. Look forward and straighten your legs and your mount. Now, if your hamstrings haven't opened yet and your legs are not straight yet, then this is your posture, the half stage, working here to lengthen the spine, open the hip joint, and open the back of the legs. If your legs are open and you're comfortable, on the inhalation, lengthen the sternum forward. Exhale, take your hands back, relax your hips, and bring your torso and head back. Relax the hips and the elbows back. Take the hands back if you're folding. And once you reach wherever is comfortable, look at the floor in between. No, don't come up all the way. Keep your elbows bent. Don't straighten the elbows. Keep the elbows bent. Just look forward slightly. Look forward slightly to lengthen the sternum and lift the sit bones. Don't come up. Just look forward slightly. Keep the elbows bent. Exhale, relax your hips and take your torso back again. Now stay there. Don't straighten the hands and just look forward slightly to lengthen the sternum. Yeah, and exhale. Relax the hips, bend your elbows back and go down more. Last time, bend the elbows, keep the elbows bent, don't straighten, just look forward slightly to lengthen the sternum. Lift the sit bones, exhale, relax your hips and take the elbows back and fold. Some more. So, it's one thing to lift the torso up, that's a different action. But what I'm saying is wherever you are, I want you to lengthen the sternum forward. There's a difference between the two. One is lifting the torso up, the other is just lengthening the sternum forward towards the floor. Yeah. And inhale, come to the half position, please. Exhale, hands on your hips. Inhale and come up. Exhale, bring your legs together, release your hands. Does that make sense? One is when you're halfway like this, you're down, but then when I say lengthen the sternum forward, you're not, if this is the hip, you're not, okay, let me put it another way. When I say lengthen the sternum, if you do this and bring your torso up, you see how the hip joint, you release the hip joint, right? You're backing off from the hip joint, but that's not what I'm asking you to do. I'm saying stay deep with the hip joint and lengthen the sternum forward, and that'll open the hip joint in the same place where you are. It'll open it more, and then you can go deeper. Whereas coming up, it doesn't really open the hip joint, So that's the difference between the two. It'll come. Okay. Step your feet just hip distance apart. If you have, let's see, we're going into a forward fold. It'd be nice if you can place your head on something. So if you have a couple of bricks or more bricks, if you can create a little more height depending on how much you can fold. Yeah, I just put it one on top of the other. And on a longer height. So at least the top one, put it on yeah, like that. Yes, yeah. You may need more, but we'll see. Actually, you know what? Everyone start with both the bricks high up, one on top of the other. Yeah, on the tall side, yeah. And then stand just about, just behind the bricks, yeah. With your feet hip distance apart. And make sure that the heels are out slightly. Yeah. And inhale, take your hands above your head. Exhale and fold. Release your hands wherever they reach comfortably. Don't worry about the bricks yet, please. Hands just wherever they reach. Now, look forward. Look at the wall in front. Lift your. Now here, you're lifting the torso up when you do that. Okay, and this will help to open the back of the legs. Yeah. Now keep the sternum moving forward. Lift the sit bones up, exhale, bend your elbows out to the side and take your head and chest towards the legs. Now adjust the brick. It may be too high for you. If you can fold more, then bring it down. Debbie, bring the bricks down. Brick down, one brick down. Yeah. Okay, so now here, release your hands to the floor, Debbie. I think we can release it to the floor. Yeah. Release your head. Yeah. Now here, I want you to keep the head where it is and don't lift the torso up. Just lengthen the sternum forward towards your chin. It comes from the chest, yeah, and the shoulders moving out, the elbows moving out. One more time. Lengthen the sternum forward. Lift your sit bones up and exhale. Maybe you can fold a little deeper. One more time. Don't even lift the head up. Don't lift the head up. Don't even lift the head up. Just lengthen the sternum forward towards your chin. And lift the sit bones up, exhale, and maybe fold a little bit more. Release your head, Debbie. On the brick, you're almost there. And now hold your body there with your actions. And of course, you'll feel it in the back of the legs. That's the nature of the posture. It's lengthening those areas. It's a little more passive with the bricks there. Debbie, you can turn it one level. Just turn it one level. The other way, just one. There's an in-between on the side, on the narrow side. Yes, like that. Release your head. Yeah. Yeah, so with your head on the brick or the support, you're not really pulling down anymore, but there is a stretch that you'll definitely feel. Suggest for it to relax. Wherever you feel the tightness, suggest for it to relax. And in postures that you hold for a long time, if you're able to relax and release, and that is the practice, that's how things open up in the body. You have to somehow, as you hold the body longer in place, the muscles will naturally respond in an action of relaxation. That's just what happens. But you have to be able to endure the discomfort of the process. Okay, and inhale, come to the half position, please. Exhale, hands on your hips. Inhale, bend your knees, come up, interlock your fingers above your head, and lengthen your spine. And release, come down to seated. And carrot, if you want to share.
Everybody. So we've been in this Torah portion called Chaye Sarah, which is about the actually it's about the death of Sarah, our ancestor, but the name of the portion is called The Life of Sarah, even though it's recording her death. The piece from there that I want to talk about today is actually about Isaac, and it comes from Genesis chapter 24. There's a word in this phrase in this verse of Torah that doesn't appear anywhere else in the Torah. So the rabbis get very excited about that, because this is the only place where we can glean what the context of this word means. So the word is lasuach. And so it says, and Isaac went out lasuach into the field toward evening, and looking up, he saw camels approaching. So we know from the form of this word, we know it's a verb and we know it's in the infinitive form. And the rabbis, for various reasons, come upon two meanings. And one of them is walking. So Isaac went out walking in the field. The other one is meditating. Isaac went out meditating in the field toward evening, and looking up, he saw camels approaching. So I love this idea of the meditating and his noticing, his ability to be present in this moment allows him to see the camels approaching, which means that he gets to meet his beloved and his bashert. And so without that happening, without him taking that time to go out and lasuach, whatever that word means, walking, noticing, meditating in the field, he would have missed this very important opportunity that completely changed his life. So I also want to just talk about what we do when we pay attention, when we notice. We walk in this world with heaviness on our hearts. Our hearts are encumbered. And so I actually was paying a little bit of attention to this word of encumbrance. Our hearts are encumbered because there's a teacher, Sylvia Boorstein, who talked about unencumbering our hearts through the practice of mindfulness and being present, and through meditation as well. That this is one of the goals, is to unencumber our hearts. And I came upon this wonderful thing, which is that at the root of that word, at the source of that word, its etymology, that it dates back to Middle English. And cumbering actually meant overthrowing. So if we can, I think sometimes we think about being unencumbered as if something is lifted from us, a passive experience. Maybe someone lifts our burden from us, someone else. Maybe we just allow it to happen and hope that, if we just abide, our hearts will become uncumbered. But I love this idea of cumbering being about overthrowing. So what if we were to actively unencumber our hearts, overthrowing those shackles that keep us from embracing compassion for ourselves and for others? That's my wish for us on this Shabbat, that we take an active role in our own redemption through compassion for ourselves, and that we take an active role in the redemption of others through compassion for those around us, and that we do so by overthrowing those chains that bind us.
Thanks, Gareth. Thanks for sharing. Yes, of course, it's synonymous with what happens in yoga. What you just shared with us. Literally, getting rid of things that hold us back, either physically or mentally, more importantly, emotionally, and creating space for more positive states. And the reality, unfortunately, or fortunately, however it is, that's how it is that is that it takes some work to overthrow. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen on its own. And as you mentioned, Kerrit, we hope that somebody else can do it for us. And if but in yoga, we recognize that it doesn't really happen unless you do something about it. So even if you have like some body obstruction or tightness or whatever it is, right? Yeah, you have to work on it. You have to, work to release it. You have to use actions. You have to use intelligence. Sometimes you have to use a lot of relaxation. Whatever it is that helps you to overthrow this whatever holds you back. And as a matter of conscious practice. In fact, the practice itself is that. That's it. It's overthrowing. Once you do that, all that remains is just a positive, easy state. That's all it is. So we put most of our energy in this overthrowing aspect. And then what remains is the pure state. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's continue with that in mind. Let's continue with a few more postures. So you can come back to your mat, please. And let's see, does everyone have a chair that they could use, like a yoga chair? I mean, not yoga chair, whatever chair, If you have the steel one that they use at the Iyengar Institute, that's a good one. Otherwise, any other chair.
I can go get one. I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay, and Kenneth, you don't have a bolster, right? No. Oh, you have those. Yeah, you have those things you used last time. Yeah, so maybe get two of those.
I have pillows. They're really squishy. They're super squishy.
Yeah, yeah, but that's fine. Just get two of those. And if you have a bolster, then Debbie, you have a bolster, so have the bolster with you. And place the chair a little back so I can see you. Yeah, and a little to your right. Yeah. Yes, like that. Okay, so we're going to do a supported forward fold. So I want you to sit. Oh, we'll wait for Laurie, actually. Let's wait. Yeah, that's fine. That'll work. Yeah. Laurie, if you have a bolster, then just have the bolster with you. Sure. And sit on the chair, kind of at the edge, but not completely, but so you don't fall off. You're going to forward fold. Yeah, so the chair doesn't lift behind you when you fold forward. Yeah, so just enough, and then straighten your legs. Bring your heels on the floor. Yeah, and your toes will point up. Straighten your legs in front. Straighten the legs in front, Kerrit. Yeah. Yes. So you may have to adjust. Yes. So and then flex your feet. Now put the bolster high up, close to the abdomen. So almost like squeeze it into the abdomen. Yeah. Not like that. See how Laurie's doing it? Yeah, like that. So horizontal. Debbie, turn it. Yeah, and then pull it in. Yeah, pull it in. Okay, now try to keep it there and fold forward. Fold. Yeah. Just, yeah. Put it lower, Carrot. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. You see how you have it on the high side, the bolster? Place it like flat. Yeah, like that. Correct. Right. And then try to reach for your feet or wherever's comfortable. Don't, yeah, go towards the feet, wherever is comfortable. And look at your big toes as you do that. And then relax your chest on the bolster. Take your hands forward. Yeah. Hands on your feet or your shins. You can hold your feet, Debbie. Yeah. Yeah, and relax the chest and the head. So this is a slightly different version of a forward bend. In this, because you have the bolster supporting your abdomen. Are you okay? You got a cramp? What happened?
A cramp.
You got a cramp in the abdomen.
Because I did a lot of like sit up the other day.
Okay. Yeah, in this one, because the bolster is supporting the abdomen, the spine actually rounds a little bit, yeah, which is opposite of usually what I tell you to do to lengthen the spine. But here, because it's supported, it's fine, and it actually opens the spinal muscles at the back. Relax, Debbie. Don't. Okay, and then come up, please. Yeah, and then go move the chair and sit on your mat in Dandasana with your legs straight forward. Have the chair close to you because we may use it again. Sitting in Dandasana with your legs straight forward. You can sit on some elevation if you need, if your hamstrings are tight, but I don't think you need that, Debbie. No, I mean, at the most, maybe a blanket, folded blanket for you, but not, yeah, you don't need it, I think. And applying the actions of Dandasana, lift your sternum up first, take your shoulders back, drop your shoulder blades down your back, and then release your hands to the floor and use your hands to keep the spine extending. Flex your feet. Look at your big toes. Lengthen the sternum, lengthen the back of your legs. Stay there. Then interlock your fingers in front. Take your hands above your head. Lengthen up. Okay, and release. Release your hands. Go into Virasana with your knees together and feet apart. You can sit either on a brick in between your feet, or if it's available to sit on the floor comfortably, then you can do that as well. So make sure there's a space between the inner heels and the outer hips. And knees together. Once again, lift the sternum up, take the shoulders back, drop your shoulder blades down your back. Look slightly down, so the chin drops slightly, but lift the sternum up. Relax the tailbone. Interlock your fingers in front, straighten your arms, take your hands above your head. Once again, lengthen the spine, drop your tailbone. And release, please. Release. Okay, now release your legs and sit in Dandasana again with your legs straight forward. You can actually take the chair and place it just right in front, so your feet are under the chair, and the arm of the chair, the backrest of the chair should face away from you. The seat should face closer to you. So turn it around. Yes. Yeah, and then straighten your legs. Take your feet under the chair on the floor. Yeah. And bend the right knee. Place the right leg in Janusirsasana, so placing the right foot high up the left inner thigh, and the right knee goes to the floor. Yeah. Just not on the thigh, just on the inner thigh. Yes, like tree pose. Yeah. Yeah. Sit on some elevation if you need. Yeah. If your hamstring is tight or you have low back problems, then sit on some elevation. Otherwise, it's fine. But put the chair on your on. Oh, it's too low. It's got that thing. Yeah, I see it. I see it. I see it. Yeah, I see it. It's okay. Maybe you can turn it sideways, so like that, and one side of the leg goes outside, your left leg, like that. Yeah, like that. And the seat, yes. Yeah. Okay. And then interlock your fingers in front, take your hands above your head. Now pull the right wrist a little bit more. Pull the entire spine up, twist to the left slightly, look up, inhale there, lengthen the spine, and exhale, relax your hips and release the torso down first, and then release the hand on the chair. First the torso down, and then release the hand. Yes, release the hands. Maybe your forehead will rest on the seat of the chair. So Debbie, try to rest the forehead on the seat of the chair. Pull the chair in a bit. Yes. Carrot, you too. You can move the chair slightly away, unless that's comfortable. Yeah, like that. So Laurie, for you, yeah, that's fine. So here again, with the head supported, lengthen the left sternum forward with the head supported. Take the left shoulder up slightly, bring the right elbow and right shoulder down slightly. And lengthen your hands forward. You can adjust the chair so you're able to lengthen. As you lengthen the hands forward, the spine will lengthen. And since you're higher up, this is an earlier stage of the posture. And it really focuses on one element of the posture, which is finding length in the spine. And you'll feel that in the back of your left leg, in your hips. This is actually a really nice way of doing forward bend in the half stage, supported half stage. And inhale, come up, please. And change your legs. Maybe interlock your fingers the other way. Take your hands above your head, lengthen the spine first. And then turn your navel to the right. Look up. Keep the spine and the hands lengthening up. Don't release the hands first. Exhale, relax the torso, relax the hip joint and bring the torso down. And once you go down as much as you can, then release your hands. Yeah. And then before you place your head on the seat, lengthen the sternum forward and then release the head. And once the head is there, you can rest the head there, but lengthen the sternum forward. Continue to lengthen the sternum forward. Lift the right shoulder up slightly and the left shoulder down, left elbow down, as you continue to lengthen the spine. And inhale, come up please. Exhale and release. Kerrit, did you want to share again? Or is just, okay, so let's do that here because we're almost at the end here.
I felt like my son, when he was a baby, he used to scoot across the floor like that. And so I was laughing, just remembering.
Yeah, it's nice. You get to do those things while practicing yoga, right?
True.
Crawling and all that. Which we wouldn't do otherwise, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go back to this phrase about Isaac in the field doing this lasuach, whatever that was. So there's a Hasidic rabbi. His name was Nachman of Bratslav, and he's very much connected to the natural world. And so he looks at this and he says, well, lasuach, meditation, yes, that's what it means, but meditation is the same thing as prayer. And he says we learn this from a verse in the Psalms that says, a prayer of the lowly person when he is faint, he pours forth his prayer before the Holy One. And in this version of the Psalms, in this piece of the Psalms, the word is for prayer is sicha. So he makes this connection between meditation, between being mindful, between noticing and praying. And for Bratslav, for Nachman of Bratslav, that makes total sense because he's the guy who also told us that going out into the fields is praying. He's the guy that said to go out into the forest and yell. Yell at God. And that's prayer. He's also the guy who said you should have conversation with God every day. Just talk. Just whatever's there, say it out loud to God. And that is prayer. So this is the same person who is making this connection. And then he goes on to say that Isaac's prayer took place in the company of all the grasses of the field, because it says that he went out basadeh, into the field. And for Nachman of Bratslav, that's the important piece of this, that our meditation, our prayer connects us with the natural world. And he goes on to say that every growing thing gave of its own power to join in Isaac's prayer. Such a beautiful image that he has there. So, so for us, especially as we find ourselves confined to our houses more, and I know for me that, my husband and I were talking this morning about what are we going to do tomorrow, and we thought we would like to go for a hike, but then we thought there might be a lot of other people on the trails, and so all of these things that we have to balance, and sometimes they may be pulling us away from the natural world and into our houses more. But I hope that we find time, even though I want to express deep gratitude for this screen that connects me to all of you. But I hope we find time to connect with the natural world around us, and that we take time to notice, like Isaac, and to do whatever this lasuach is, this paying attention, this noticing, this seeing things that other people might not see. And let's take a page from Nachman of Bratslav as we do so, and invite ourselves to imagine that as we are engaging in that practice, that every living thing is adding its own power to our prayer, to our meditation, to our walking, to our breathing. And then to get back to that idea of unencumbrance, to draw strength from that for this act of overthrowing what is in front of us that we take for granted, and we just think, well, that's the way it is. And to notice that we, just by virtue of noticing, just by virtue of paying attention and attending to, which I think is a lot of what we do here in yoga as well, just attending to, that we have the ability to overthrow, to overcome, and to unencumber ourselves so that we can continue the work of prayer, and the work of being present in our world.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's lie down in Shavasana, please. Oh, actually, it's kind of, you know what? If you want to just continue into
Go into Havdalah?
Yeah, you can, yeah, because we don't really need Shavasana because we've been doing a kind of a relaxed posture, the last one.
I'm just gonna grab my guitar.
Okay. Does that help with the chair, the forward bending? You probably have done it before, right? With the chair, Laurie? Right?
Yeah, I've done that, and I haven't done it in a while, and it's such a good reminder.
Yeah, because it really helps to lengthen the spine and open the hip joint. It's nice, especially if you have like back problems going on. To do it like that in the half stage, supported like that is really very good.
Yeah, it helped my knees. My knees are my problem, and it actually was good for that too.
Yeah, it's good for that too because it opens the back of the leg.
Yeah, so. It's such a good reminder.
Yeah.
It's so nice now that the seasons are changing that it's actually dark outside for Havdalah, like it should be. Yeah, la 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 la. La 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 think I can get one more time out of this candle before it's gone. Avavdi ben kodesh l'chol, chatotenu yimchol, zar'inu v'chaspinu yarbe kachol, ve'akol chayvim b'layla. Shavua tov, 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 Shavua tov. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase. Shavua tov, everybody. We're on for the next 2 Saturdays at 5 o'clock. So we'll hopefully see you then. And until then, have a wonderful, wonderful week. And Amit, thank you as always. Beautiful.
Very beautiful, very lovely. Thank you both. Thank you for showing up.
Thank
Lord,
you, everyone.
Oh, yeah.
I wish there were more people.
Uh,
Not too many, but
Not too much. You. Yeah.
Yeah, enjoy it.
beautiful. No, thank you.
I'll do a post this week too about it for the next 2 weeks. Yeah. But
Amazing.
thank you, everyone.
Oh, one quick question. Can we
Yes.
invite people who aren't Jewish, right?
Yeah, absolutely. As long as they're like okay with learning some Jewish stuff.
Okay.
So beautiful, so applicable. I mean, and Amit relates it everything to the yoga and everything. It's
No, it's amazing. It's so many people are
Yeah.
coming out. We're gonna want to keep it going, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell some people. I'll also do a post this
Okay.
time.
I'll think about it.
Figure it out.
It might be easier
Okay.
for the holiday, but
Thank
we'll
you
try.
so much. Both.
Yeah.
Thank you for all the
Yeah.
hard work that you do in planning and I just appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, same here.
Okay.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye.
See you soon. Bye.
See you Monday. Bye.
See you Monday. Bye.